dang hungry. And I said it way better a minute ago. I'm so gosh dang hungry. I just want to go to the subway when it opens up. 9 a.m. No, that's in Wyerton. He doesn't always have that on him. It's this. It's this. But anyways, Wyerton. I remember school. School was so fun. I loved school. Subway near me. Yeah, near me. Port Elgin, it opens at the same time, 9 a.m. I hate when the subway looks like that or whatever. I'm not going to front. I don't know what sub that is. Tuna. Their tuna is pretty good. I've had it before, that tuna. He's not going to video, I don't think, when he goes in. He's going to sneak in. He's going to ride there on his e-bike. He's going to get that 3 sub deal. If you don't know, they got a 3 sub deal. They got a 3 sub deal. It's 3 subs for $24.99. And you know I never did anything wrong. So why are you lying to these people? That's racism. He's had a lot of Pepsi, but I never violated any law. So how could you do that to me? When you know he didn't. When you know he didn't at all. And you knew that with the plea agreement that everything was supposed to be dropped or whatever. And you said it was dropped. And then you keep bringing it back up and making it go down and all that. That's illegal. He hasn't done anything wrong. He's made the money legally. I never stole anybody's money. Every single dollar under my name has been accounted for. And then I did have, what's that thing where I paid back that restitution? That's all been done. Anything else to the contrary is a lie. It's black and sub right there. It's black and white. I love the Italian BMT. Yeah, the charges were dropped. That's what it said in court. Now, you got to watch personal opinions. I don't know. Because when it comes to personal opinions, I don't know. But all I know is that under courts and the probation, everything's been exterminated or whatever. That's what it had said. That's what it was supposed to be. And then Judith did this weird thing, and then they thought they were going to get away with it. And then even Judith sat down and said, "Oh, maybe I was overreacting and all that." Hey, and I said it happens when somebody makes videos and everybody loved video and all that for so long. And then they meet somebody that happens to do videos and then it changes their whole perspective and all that. And I said, that's normal. And then she started to understand my perspective. And I should have bought her a sub from Subway. But she knew, she was smart enough to know that she was smart enough to know that I was going through some hard times. He had to do a major surgery. I was embarrassed to see Judith. I mean, I had this major surgery I had to do on my teeth. And then it's like I have nothing to do with anything else other than just the probation, and either did she for the longest time. But then she might have got caught up in something else. Something that there's been this guy that picks on me all the time. His name's Drake or whatever. He's not as nice as people put him out to be, so beware of that guy. He's like this guy that'll pick on any Canadian person and set them up with these bad groups or whatever. So be very careful, because I was a big fan of that guy, and then I got set up by his like gang or whatever. So because I was from like this area and I was doing good in this area, and then I was listening to the Drake and the Six and all that. And then I fell for the Six or whatever, and they really treated me badly out there and blah, blah, blah. So you got to be very careful at Drake. Don't make that an agenda of changing your life to go anywhere near a Drake or the Six if you're not from there. It's hard to explain, but some people get into the music, they listen to it. Well, I wasn't into it like that. But when they offer you the cookies from the OV, watch the cookies, they may be poisoned. Like, it's hard to explain, but They're very untrustworthy. Their cousin JJ, he'll buy you a 12-inch sub, he'll drive you home, and then you won't wake up in the morning because they found out where your home is, type of ones. That's how they do it. Okay, they'll buy you a drink. Oh, what drink do you want? Pure Leaf Tropicana, da da da, and all that. So then you buy, or sorry, you don't buy it. They give it to you, CJ and all that. They have these weird prison. They're really smart. They're from the prisons, I guess. They were Jewish, and then they were from the prisons. I don't know what it is, but they're really smart at that. They taught me a good lesson. Don't go anywhere near them. Don't even really listen to them. Yeah, now the Drake songs don't even listen. They don't even sound good to him. He won't even generally listen to any Drake, except that Ransom or whatever and all that. Subway's looking good again. Sometimes you eat so much Subway, you're like, I'll never eat Subway again. But now I've gotten the craving for it again. The the meatball sub. Lays. Hey man, why don't you just leave me alone? You're being really mean to me, and I'm just a kid here in Port Elgin. And I already dealt with Phil Thompson before in court. He wasn't allowed to hit me and beat me or do anything illegal to me. So why do you think you have the permission to hurt people? Why do I have the permission to buy a sub today? Because I get royalties for this same very video that you're watching right now, officer. And that was, I don't know who his name was, all right? Just another one of those officers that are trying to ruin people's days, I guess. They think they have control over people. They did. People in the United States, they get their royalties. People in the United Kingdom get their royalties. But there's like a couple people there's like these weird police in the Canada for the people that have started their YouTubes, that have started their TikToks and all that. You better be careful because some of them say that's illegal. You're not allowed to have royalties, not allowed to have any little more money than somebody else here in Canada or whatever. They have, yeah. And they've been threatening me, saying like, "Oh, when you go to Subway, I'm going to shoot you because it's the 20th of the month, and you got your $90 in royalties, where somebody may else who have not done anything in their life, just been a lazy person that just keeps threatening all the new generation of kids and people, which I happen to be part of. I'm only 28 years old. Hey, yeah, God bless you. Thanks for meeting you, God. Thanks. Thank you. You did a lot for me, I guess, for your motivation. But I think we're at the end of the motivation, right? We're back to like a lovey-dovey or something. Because we've gotten past the whole anger motivation, the legal anger. You can be angry and make and all that. And that's all that was. A fake anger. You know, they have that Francis freak out and all that. Yeah, I have a couple freakouts or whatever. But generally in real life, no, he's doing really good. He's like Francis. It was proven he had his own house and a girlfriend and all that years ago or whatever. Because they used to say the same thing about Boogie. Oh, he's like this person that got to go to jail and blah, blah, blah. And no, he had a wife, he had an apartment, he has a shotgun and everything. Because if you don't, because they think it's like that, but it isn't. Because the U.S. has power. You can't just take advantage of people that have confirmed taxable monies from their content. Confirmed taxed monies. Never violated the law. Yeah, he's like a Francis, I guess. Francis lost a lot of weight. And I guess I always thought the Pope had the ability to talk to God, but I've gained the ability to. So let's start it like that. He's just gained the ability to talk to the Lord. Before, I never talked to him. It was always just me berserking forward, like on a bull moment. I never understood the bull and the other in the stock market. Bull and the bull market and the other markets. You always used to bullet, bullet, and bullet. And then it came a time to not be bullet to a certain extent or what have you. But I haven't. I haven't made any more money than legally capable. Not if you're looking at the reality of things. That has nothing to do with me. That's some fake ideology that you're making up. That we're all in this same. That we're all dying. Not everybody on ODSP is dying. So you're putting me in like okay. I'm on ODSP. I'm not a person that's dying, though. But you're trying to make everybody on ODSP somebody that's dying, is what you're saying. Because if you're not doing anything extra, then what are you doing? Dying? That's my legal argument. That it would be unjust. That's discrimination, racism. That's workplace harassment. That's harassment even without the workplace. You can't take advantage of somebody if they're like this or if they're in a wheelchair because you're of a bigger class or bigger stature physically or whatever, the way them mons do it or whatever. But why is the government treating me like he's Big Mon or whatever? And he tell me what to do and all that. When I'm the one that earns the royalties, they're in my name. Just as would earn them in your name. You're not any higher of a citizen in anybody's shape or form. The only person that you would be a higher citizen than of is an illegal immigrant. So you should learn about those. Those are people that got ODSP when they weren't from Ontario. Those are people from Africa and all that. Those are the only people that you have a higher up because if you're a natural born citizen, you're a citizen. And if you're a citizen that got and that makes me sick to be having to be around those people. I don't have to be. That's part of my disability. He doesn't have to be around. They make me sick and want to die. It makes my cancer worse. I should be with a beautiful woman and all that. I shouldn't be with like some bums and all that. I have my own apartment. My friends are U.S. Marines and Army and what have you. I have successful friends. I had jobs. I had previous jobs to my ODSP. That's a big thing. Have you been on ODSP your whole life, or have you finally just gotten on to ODSP after 40 years of working? See, there's a difference, and you know the difference if you've ever worked before. And then there's a difference between people that work and buy booze all the time and people that work and save their money and actually buy physical things. Because there's people that have addictions that bad, eh? I know a guy, his name's Mike Buddy. He works every day. Yeah, but you're aggressive. He works every single day to just buy beer. He doesn't buy anything else. Yeah, he pays his rent, but he doesn't buy anything else but beer. That's all he can afford because he has such a. So you got to watch that. He doesn't get any tattoos. He doesn't get anything but drink beer. But can you believe they try to force it on people and say, "Oh, you gotta drink that much beer," because they think that's the standard. Does he happen to be somebody on ODSP that I guess they thought was the standard? These guys that all they do is buy beers, and then they go home and they don't have anything really. And they're always aggressive and always mad because they don't have this and they won't get that. And their tattoos look like that and they never got a new one. That's when it becomes that alcohol addiction thing. And it's gone beyond that with them or whatever. I'm not going anywhere near those guys. I'm back to business.